All right, guys, members, welcome to the XBS CHEL Show, Season 26, Week 4. Let's start with the introductions first. We have myself, we have Chilltown,
Hey guys.
we have Krim,
Hey, how's it going?
and we have Hootinator as our revolving guest. And then we also have Marie Mike here with us for the first part of the show just to talk about his charity event that he did last night. Um, so before we get into league news or more part of the beef of the show, we have Mike kind of talk about his charity event that he did. Or was it 24 hours, right, Mike? Or close to 24
Yeah,
hours that you.
it was, well,
All
I
right,
tried for 24 hours, but yeah.
all right. So why don't you tell us about what about your charity event and how it went and whatever else you want to say about it?
So, first off, thanks for having me on the show. Greatly
Yep.
appreciate it. So what I do for a lot of those people that don't know what it is, it's called Extra Life. It is a thing that goes on every year. We start about June, July. We start raising donations for a Children's Medical Network hospital. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's since 2008. It started with a father whose daughter who passed away from cancer. Her name was Victoria, and she was a gamer herself. So they're like, hey, how can we raise money to help other families in needs? Because they understood the troubles it brought the family because financial and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like,
Mm-hmm.
well, this is what we can do. Let's start raising money. And then we'll do a game-a-thon the first Saturday of November every year. So since 2008, they have raised over $50 million dollars for families to help pay for medical treatment for fibromyalgia, cancer, leukemia, whatever the case may be. If you can't afford to stay at a hotel to be near a kid, whatever case the insurance won't cover, this completely 100% covers all that. It helps families, and not only that, it gives kids hope. And it's a great program, and it touched base with me because my sister passed away from cancer itself. So I understood how much trouble it was. So every time I
Right.
get a chance, it's something I do. So Friday was the last day that people could donate to the Extra Life page. So I decided, you know what, I can do more. So I just started streaming about a year ago. So I was like, you know what, I can do more. Why don't I just continue collecting donations during the 24-hour game-a-thon? So that's what I did. And during halfway through, I was like, I'm getting bored. And I was like, what can I do to keep going? And then I was like, I was talking to a couple of the XBS players and like, hey, let's do a charity event.
Mm-hmm.
let's actually get some of the XBS players and we'll play. I was only counting on maybe like 3, 4 games, but it ended up we started at 8 o'clock, and I think I'm trying to figure out who was the last couple of people. I think Whiplash, um, a new member,
Chuck
Norris.
Norris,
I think
maybe? Chuck
yes,
Norris.
yes,
Yep.
Chuck Norris.
Yep.
Yeah. My brain's fried right now. I'm so tired. But
Yeah, it's
we
okay.
end
It's
up
all
playing
right.
till like, well, it would have been 5 a.m. if it wasn't for the hours going back. But it was about 4:30. We decided to call it. But no, straight out, I want to say thank you to the entire XPS community because it would not have been such a success without you guys. I mean, I've raised over between the donations on Extra Life and last night, I raised over $150.
All right,
So
good.
Awesome.
please give you all a self round of applause because it's gamers like us who come together around the world who makes things like this happens to give kids hope. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much we hate each other, whatever's going on in the world, at the end of the day, it's all about the kids.
Well,
So,
thanks for that.
oh yeah, definitely. And the one thing I did get out of this was because of the huge turnout, because we had to I actually had so many people that want to be part of this that we were
Mm-hmm.
actually rotating people out. Like it was like we had like
That's
over
good
like
that
20
guys wanted to
people
get
wanted to
involved.
play. I was like, yeah, it was like it was great.
Yeah.
So what I want to do next year with I'm gonna probably get with some of the admin next year. I actually want to get an entire actual official thing set up where it's legit, and I want to
Okay.
do this annually with the XBS community.
All right. That's something to think about. Yeah, I
So
mean, it's for a great cause, so definitely something we can talk about and consider. I think it's a good idea. Doing
yeah.
really doing a good thing.
So
All
yeah, I
right, well,
greatly
Mike.
appreciate allowing me to come on the show
Yep.
and
Yeah, no
telling
problem.
everyone, giving my thanks, and again, thank you so much, and you guys have a great night.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Thanks
Mike.
for coming on. Thanks for doing that.
Thanks for that, Mike.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right. So thanks to you guys, like Mike said, thanks to you guys that got involved. It really is for a good thing. So I'm glad that everyone was able to help out and do that. All right. I did mention Hootinator. Hootinator, why don't you say hello? I didn't get you to say hello. Why don't you say hello to the listening crowd?
Going on? How's it going?
All right. So we've got Hootinator in here with us as well. All right. So let's get on to some of the league news. Trade deadline is the end of this week, week 5. So I imagine we might see some deals this week as guys try to finalize their rosters for the upcoming playoffs. The power rankings and 3 stars are up, so thanks to Vitamin and Roscoe for that. Remember to get your gameplay clips to Jetty and Close so they can do their highlight reels. I think Close said it's going to premiere at 8 o'clock tonight. I think he said that 8 o'clock tonight on
Yeah,
the XBS YouTube channel, right?
yeah, because
Okay,
we
so
usually try to
those
get
are
ours at 7:30 on Sunday. So
okay.
yeah.
And you can follow up with that. All right. All right. So then I also want to thank Vitamin and Roscoe for doing those. Again, without those 3 stars and power ranking write-ups, the league gets kind of bland. So adding those 2 things really helps out with the league, gets guys to read them, gets them involved on the website. So thanks to those guys for doing that. As far as waves, there were no waves this week, surprisingly. We had a kind of consistent 3 weeks where we had waves, but there were no waiving of any players this week. We did a few trades, though. We had the first trade was the Boss, CWC, and Willie Beans went to Vancouver for Dash and Tigers, who went to Calgary. So, any thoughts on that first trade? I think. What do you think? I
take a
think
peek
Vancouver
here.
is just trying to.
Shake things
I
up.
think still kind of mix things up, right? I
Yeah.
think it's really more of a shakeup with Vancouver
Looks
still.
like they've been doing better lately too, so the trades have been helping
hmm
them.
So maybe that was part of it, just to shake things up. Calgary, I mean, Calgary's, I don't know what they are, where are they in the standings? I mean, they're playing well. I guess they just felt like they wanted to make a minor tweak to
Yeah,
their,
Dash is a good player too, right? So
yeah,
And
Dash can
he,
play
that's more.
anywhere.
yeah,
So,
he can play in different positions too, so that's
hmm
helpful.
hmm yeah, so maybe they were looking to add some guy with some versatility. But then you look at the next trade, and Willie didn't last too long in Vancouver because then
Oh yeah,
Willie
that's right.
and Lax for Life went to Columbus, and Shadow Fox and UVO Flashpoint went back to Vancouver. So Willie Beans had a short stay in Vancouver. He went from
I don't
there.
even think he
I know
played a
Willie
game there,
Beans.
right?
He maybe
I
did.
think
I
he's
don't know.
moved immediately.
Yes, he's a friend. I think he's a friend of Wade. So I think Wade was more than
Uh,
happy to add him to his roster. I think. I think. Yeah. As far as that second trade, again, I think it's just 2 teams trying to mix it up. Still, I know. Like I said, the familiarity with Willie Beans and Wade maybe had something to do with it. But I think Columbus and Vancouver are still trying to mix things up. I guess I don't know. Though Willie Beans didn't get much time in Columbus. I don't know much about Shadow Fox. I did play with UVO. He's a fun guy to play with, and he's pretty solid left winger. So I imagine that's where he's going to play one of the wings um, in Vancouver. You guys have any thoughts on that trade?
Shadow's a rookie, right?
I believe he
Yeah,
is.
it was his
Yes,
first
yes.
season here.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe more of a shakeup, but like you said, I think maybe he is Wade's friend, and he wanted to get his buddy on his team or something. Maybe they played together.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at where I can see. I'm trying to scroll real
Yeah,
fast.
Shadow plays
Yeah, Shadow
wing.
Fox plays. Yeah, left wing mostly. He's got 19 points in 18 games. What else we have? That was Shadow and Uveal. Uveal's got 42 points in 17 games.
Wow.
So he's finding the net. Yeah. He's got 22 goals and 20 assists. Though Lax is pretty good too. Lax was having a pretty good season, I believe, too. Lax went to Columbus. I think he's having a pretty good season too. If I can really fast Columbus. Lax has 24 points in 18 games. So, and Willie's got 32 points in 12 games.
Willie's a center
So-
too, I think, exclusively. So maybe that was a need he wanted to fill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that is. Yep. Yeah, maybe that might be it. All right, so those are two, trades we had. I'm glad there wasn't more. We
Oh wait,
we get a little break from the trades
can I
because
can I
it's
just
what
say something
what?
about Calgary real quick?
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know if this is a stat somewhere we can find, but I would love to. Are they like the team that's leading in terms of rescheduled games of all time?
They might be. I don't know. Calgary, I could probably look somewhere as far as reschedules. Oh,
I
they
mean,
might be.
they've already played a couple of rescheduled games, I think, and then one of the rescheduled games that was supposed to happen on Thursday, that one got rescheduled.
Yeah, but I think that was
Reschedule the
more
reschedule.
that was more on Dallas's part, though. I think it wasn't their
Yeah.
doing.
No, I'm
I
not
think
saying
this
I'm
the
not saying
second
it's
reschedule was
Calgary's
on
fault.
Dallas's part.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just
okay,
saying
yeah.
It just
They
happens to
maybe
be
they
their
had set the
team.
record. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they had set the record for reschedules. I mean, that's like we don't really want reschedules, but that's why we have those like open dates in
Yeah.
the schedule because if you have to reschedule, you can get
Yeah,
those games
we don't want to
in,
see
you know?
forfeits.
Oh
It's not
yeah,
fun.
no doubt. All right, so you want to move on to the discussion part now?
Yeah, Hootnader's
All
falling
right, so
asleep.
Hoot,
Let's
this
get him
is this is really right up your alley, Hoot. So like we were talking, do you? It seems like goalies have actually gotten worse post patch. They brag about how they fixed these goalie things, like the cover ups, and there was something else they said, the tracking maybe.
Yeah, tracking.
But it seems like they fixed something and broke something else because like you were saying, Chill, those two specific things you mentioned was those two
Yeah.
things. But what were the two things you mentioned?
Well, the
goalie.
cover-ups are still broken for sure. I mean, maybe they don't
Right,
happen as
right.
often, but like where the guy spazzes out, can't cover the puck, but where the
Right.
goalie shoots out 10 feet after coming out of a certain position. That happened to
Right.
SB once, and I think it happened to Scott too. He put a video of that
Yeah,
happening.
I saw Scott's. So who? What about you? Have you noticed anything good, bad, better after that they apparently patched the goalies? What's your thought on
Yeah.
this?
I just think that the puck tracking's kind of jacked up still to me. I have probably one of the few goalies that has never had one of those goalie glitches where they can't cover it up, scored on them. Even in dropping, I've just been lucky about that. But as far as like the movement, it just is. NHL 20 has not been as friendly to goalies, I don't think, from the beginning. And every time, I think one of y'all said it, every time they make a patch, it just makes it worse. Or
Yeah.
fixes one thing and makes something else a problem. So
So maybe you'll be lucky to experience a shootout tonight. Maybe you'll fly out of your crease tonight. You'll be lucky enough to.
yeah.
It is pretty comical.
Something
but-
has happened to me. I don't know if it's happened to other people, but it's when you're transitioning certain positions, especially from the butterfly. Like I'm a hybrid goalie, but I like to play stand up. I'll go in the
Okay.
butterfly, to kind of help wrap the post and cover that post.
hmm
And every now and then, when you come out of it, it'll make you slide all the way across the crease uncontrollably, and then you leave the whole side of the net wide open.
I don't know how they screw that up every time. Like I've said
I
before,
don't
you
know.
would think that the goalie would be the first mechanic they would get properly, correctly to work right. Like you would think that would be the first thing they'd worry about.
Yeah, I don't
know,
know
to
how
get the
broken
goalie
they
to
were in
work
19.
properly.
Hoot, what did you think of the goalie
Me in
mechanics in
NHL
19?
19, the goalies were actually perfect. The movement of the goalie was fast. You could keep up with the players because I'm sure y'all seen it. You have people you can get deked around like right in front of you. You can't even do anything about it. Like people can
Right.
toe drags.
I've seen a lot of
or
those goals
the
this year.
one-handed goal. Yeah,
Yep.
and you can't do anything about it, and it's super frustrating.
Goalie doesn't react. Slow reactions.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of short side goals going in because
Yeah.
I'll press the buttons, get up to the post, and it still goes past me. It's an adventure every game, I would say.
Jeez.
Yep.
That's what's weird from,
Well, it's a credit
from
to you guys.
19 to 20.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Yep.
like a brand new engine. I mean, I'm not a friggin' game developer, but just copy and paste, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a goalie, but I give you guys a
Typically
lot of
anything.
credit for sticking with it. I mean, it's got to be so frustrating at times. I mean, I get frustrated as a player watching the goalies, and so I'm sure they'll
So
make
if you look
another
at the
patch
goalie
and-
numbers
Yep.
compared to last season,
Grim.
like everyone's almost below 800 now, except for a select few people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Who knows? They'll probably try to fix it again, and they'll screw something else up. It's just par for the course for them. I mean, I don't know if you want to get into what I was talking about before. Do you want to wait on that as far as 2K? Does that come in now, or does that come later on with the questions, the member questions? What do you
Might
guys
as well.
think?
You just teased
Yeah, I mean,
everyone, so
we were talking. Yeah, well, when I was talking,
What
like
kind
we were
of
talking
segue?
before the show, that I wish 2K would come out and make a hockey game. I mean, like their basketball game. I don't play it a lot, but I know you guys have played it, and it seems amazing.
Hmm.
So I wish
EA
they would
Sports
step up and
owns
just
the
give.
sports games, and it's frustrating
Yeah,
'cause they don't.
yeah, yeah. I just wish
People
they would
complain
maybe step up and
constantly.
make one again.
What's the biggest complaint you would say about all EA games? Probably the servers or the connection to the servers in general. And problem
That's
is
always a
that
problem.
they own the market, so there's no reason for them to really change anything.
Mhm.
People are going to play the games
Yeah.
because they don't have a choice.
Well,
Yeah,
the
but
servers are pretty
doesn't
bad for
2K
2K
make
as well.
2K makes yeah, but they are pretty bad for 2K the servers as far as that goes.
Yeah. If you compare like offline to online, the shooting is like really delayed.
Well, when was that? How many years ago was that though? I mean, are you
I
talking
played
about
last year's
basketball?
game.
You mean? Talking about
Basketball, yeah.
basketball? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so maybe it wouldn't be better, but I would think, if they made just a game that was
Competition is
as
good.
far as the mechanics and stuff, because the mechanics of this game,
Mhm.
it's just I don't know, it's
The
still
face-offs
so
they
favored
had
to the offense.
for
Where
last 2K game
two,
was really good.
oh, was it?
It was years ago though, but it's like almost everything
I
was a
don't even
tie-up,
remember
like
the
kind of like
last
real
2K
hockey.
hockey game. What was it called?
It must have been like what, 10 years now, maybe?
Yes.
Was it 2K11, right? Was it 2K11 was the last one, maybe?
2K11. They had one. Let me just do a
I know they
quick
have.
search here.
I know they have an app now that
It's
you
been
can
a
play
while.
2K app, a hockey app you can play on your phone. I was doing some research the other day, and I think there's an app actually that you can play on your phone, a 2K app.
Hmm.
That I
They were
think.
still making NCAA football games, but 2K was making hockey. It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean,
They said
I'm sure it's
2K2
not
was
gonna
the
happen.
last game released.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
You know,
So
well,
yeah,
that's
Well, just
February
keep your
9th,
hopes up.
2000.
I'm not sure the exact date, but I do know that EA Sports and the NFL's contract is coming up just for specifically for Madden. I don't know about all the other ones. And
Yeah.
I've been reading, and there's rumors that the NFL is not going to re-sign with specifically just EA. So it's a possibility, long shot, but you never know.
Hey, well, you look at the basketball game. 2K had the sole propriety for that, but then EA got the game back, right? So you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Again, their
Yeah, I
EA
mean,
basketball game sucks too. So
doesn't 2K make like the wrestling games too?
yeah, they
Don't
made the
they make?
WWE.
And
Who
how
posted
well, how
that
are those
video of
games?
that glitched out
I
wrestler?
think it was Happy.
Yeah.
Was it Happy
Oh no, Batista.
or Bautista?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, Bautista.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't see it. What was it?
Oh my
It's
god.
very glitchy.
Yeah, it's
extremely
a
glitchy.
hot mess. Like guys are floating,
Yeah.
faces are being ripped off. It's just
Oh,
it's out
wow.
of control.
Oh God.
Shaking in the belts.
Maybe 2K's not the answer for another hockey game then.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta find another company. My goodness. Oh,
These deadlines
I
people
don't
are trying to, reach every year. It's kind of hard for them to. I wouldn't mind if they took a year off and just made a really good game a year later.
Well,
What
that's-
they should
what
do
game
is
was
just
that?
keep the game. I mean, they always try to change the mechanics, but really, how much is different from last year's game? Well, they just do
Exactly.
a roster update, give the new rosters
Yeah.
an update, and just keep like Battlefield. They make games every 4 years, and they just keep updating them.
Or they
They
can
broke,
just
don't
like release
fix it.
1 year, just sell like a quick update. Like $20
Mhm.
roster update, and then work
Yeah.
really good on the next game.
I did read
Yeah.
it though. The NBA, the EA is making another NBA game, but they're waiting until the new systems come out. I did read that they were gonna make
Oh, that's
another
right.
basketball game.
Yeah.
EA's making. I don't know where I read
Yeah.
it, but they're actually holding off to
Yep.
make it for the new systems. Whenever the was it PS5 or something like that, and whatever the Xbox is gonna be called.
Scorpio, it comes out next year.
Or
Is
Scarlet.
Scorpio? Yeah,
Scarlet,
I heard
Scarlet.
Scarlet. Scarlet's what I read. So they are doing that with basketball. So we'll see what happens with hockey. I don't know. Not get my hopes up, but
Well, do you remember what
Anyway,
happened last
let's-
time with the
go ahead.
transition from 360 to Xbox One, NHL 15?
There was no online play.
I didn't.
Oh
I
my
didn't. I
God,
didn't buy
what a
that
piece
game.
of shit
What
that
a-
There's,
was.
yeah,
what is this?
I didn't buy it either. That's the first year I didn't buy
You
hockey.
did you actually buy it, Joe?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought an Xbox
Oh my
One
God,
just to get the
you're a
stupid
sucker
game.
for one every
What a
minute.
waste of freaking money.
Yeah.
I was smart
Oh,
and waited
yeah.
for the 360 to keep itself alive and wait till the Xbox got all the bugs out of the way.
Yeah.
Because
It
the
was
team
so
play,
bad.
no team play. That was the killer for me. Forget it. What's the point? That's the only
No,
reason really
useless
I play
game.
it.
Couldn't match up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Didn't think it through at all. It was like
No,
taking a step
no, they
backwards.
didn't.
They just
Yeah.
wanted to get their money.
Yeah, so I'm
Mhm.
worried about the next gen. If that happens again, oh my god. We'll
But
go back to
Yeah.
they
NHL
said like
19.
they're not really doing a full switch over, right? So we can still keep our ones and still play, right? So
Right.
shouldn't be as bad, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, I
that's
want
true.
yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
did hear that the games that are coming out on the new Xbox are not going to be cross-compatible, though. You're going to have to
Oh,
have one or the other.
it's interesting because they just released the One X last year, and 2 years later they're already like updating it. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Well, I think they probably are trying to keep up with PlayStation because no surprise that right now PlayStation's the better console. So Xbox has
Yeah.
better games. They just got to keep up with the market because people are going to want them now. Xbox historically has come out with their system at a month or so after PlayStation's to kind of try to one up them, but it
Yeah.
didn't work very well for the Xbox One.
Guys, I have a PlayStation 4. I like it. It's got some great games on it. They're mostly first play, on a single player campaign type games, but there's some great games for
Mhm.
the PlayStation 4 that I played
Mhm.
that I really love.
Mhm.
That's going off another different tangent there, but I think it's a really good system too. I like it.
Yep.
I like the look of it, the way it looks on the screen itself. I just like the colors. It's just little things here and there that I like about it. But that's for another discussion. All right, so let's go on. That was a great discussion with that, though. We got some good ideas in there. All right, so let's go on to these mid-season predictions. So what are we gonna predict here? What are we looking to predict with these mid-season predictions?
Well, I mean, we could go and say who's going to win the cup or who's gonna be from each conference. Like who's looking good right now for me is Dallas and
Let's
Calgary.
pick.
One of those two.
Yeah. Let's pick top 2 from each
Yeah.
conference.
Okay, so when do you guys start? Go ahead, roll with
But
it.
like Chilltown said, Dallas and Calgary in the same division, so only one team's gonna get out of that division, right?
No,
So I think, well, as
no,
far
no.
as
It'll
finals,
be.
to make the finals.
Oh yeah. You're right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So like I agree with Chilltown, Dallas, and Calgary have been real solid. They have great records, but I give a slight edge to Dallas. I've played those guys. They have some really good depth and really solid team to play against. As far as the East, New York had a really hot week. They're not too far behind Dallas right now. I know,
Mhm.
right? And surprisingly, look at
Mhm.
Ottawa. Like they had a rough start, but they've been on fire recently.
Yeah, they went 8-0 too last week.
I didn't know
Yeah,
LA was
so
doing that
just
well either. I didn't realize LA
oh
was
yeah,
doing that
some
well. Wow,
solid teams out there.
that's pretty good. I didn't realize
Yeah.
how
Takes one good
good
week
LA was doing.
I feel like
or one bad week.
there's three, clear teams that are ahead in each conference. So you have Dallas, Calgary, LA, and then Ottawa, Toronto, and New York.
Yep.
Florida's making a push there too, but those
We got
six
problems,
teams.
but we
Yeah.
keep hit or miss.
Yeah, and we're in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
those
We got a uphill climb. I think we're in trouble.
those off weeks. Oh,
Yeah.
And then let's not forget
We
about
can-
San
we can
Jose,
do
who
it.
had a great
Yeah,
start,
I
and
didn't want to hear about that.
they pooed last week.
They
It was a
sure
bad
did.
week.
Let's
No
talk
idea
about
what
San
happened
Jose,
there.
why don't we?
I thought Columbus was going to make a charge at it like a week or so ago. Started to look a little bit better.
Yeah, I
You
mean
never know
they're
when
gonna
you
have
get
to
to those
catch.
games.
It's gonna be New York and Ottawa gonna be in there, right? And then
Catching
yeah, it's gonna be Then that next spot. I mean, right now you guys are in that spot. It's gonna be Ottawa. At this point, Ottawa, New York, Toronto, and then that last spot. But it's gonna be tough for either of us to catch you guys.
Columbus
we're
those
8
two
points
teams.
behind you.
That's all we got to do is we just got to upset. We've had a few upsets and we've been upset a couple times ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had like we keep having a really good week and then we have like it could have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't seem to. We just can't
There's
seem to
4
keep
full
it
weeks
you
to
know
go,
how
though,
this.
right?
going. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of time left, but we say that, but then again, time's gonna end up being short. So we gotta teams that are trying to get into a position need to start winning a lot of games now. It's
Yep,
gonna go
halfway through the
quick.
season now. So
Yeah.
All right, so
Now or never.
let's see who's coming. Who's going to come out of the West? You think Dallas comes out of the West to the finals?
Yeah.
finals, it's gonna be a
Well,
yeah. It
out of the
depends,
West.
right?
Who comes out of the West? If you had to say somebody right now,
I say Dallas.
you know, yeah, I would
Dallas.
kind of agree with Dallas. Looks like they've been above and beyond everybody so far in that Western Conference.
Yeah.
Um, I would have to. I mean, the East a little tighter, but I don't know. I mean, you think just by looking at the stats, it's going to either be New York or Ottawa that comes out of the East. I would think.
You can't even put Toronto on the back burner. They have a pretty good roster there, so
No,
Yeah.
no, you can't. You can't.
especially when you
But,
have Mash out there, you never know what's gonna
Mhm.
happen. So
They had a really good league last week. Toronto did. I mean, they have potential to catch up. I mean, that
Yeah,
whole
that's true.
Atlantic Conference is it's not very big point spread. I mean, anybody could take it.
Yeah,
But I
13
really personally
points.
think that Toronto's gonna keep going, go all the way with it.
yep,
No,
I have a good
see,
feeling about that too.
Why is Columbus only at 34 games? I'm missing something. Is that? I guess they didn't
Calgary.
play one. I guess
Yeah,
they.
they missed one with
Oh,
Calgary.
okay. All right,
Come
I
on.
should have known that.
We went through this.
Yeah. All right, so then
Same with Dallas.
I
Same
don't
with
know.
Dallas.
They're
It's
one game
Calgary.
back too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's just say let's say we get Dallas and New York in the finals.
Yeah.
It's coming out of that. Who's coming out of that?
Uh,
It's a tough call.
game
Dallas,
six.
like I
Played
said,
both
Dallas
game
is so
seven.
solid.
Game 7, New York takes it.
Ooh,
Played
I'm
both
thinking
of them,
game
and
7.
Dallas was the only team that annihilated us. New York, we were up 5-1, and they came back and beat us 6-5.
Hmm.
But Dallas annihilated both games that we played them.
Dallas is a really great defensive team. The way they play
Yeah.
their lineups, it's hard to get past 3 defensemen. 11's playing defense basically.
Yeah.
Just got to find your way around it. You never know.
I'm thinking game 7. Chill puts a puck in his own net. And Dallas wins in OT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do
Fires
that.
one of those in his own
I can
net.
see that happening.
Game over. Could you imagine? Oh my God, how bad! That would be the worst feeling.
I quit.
Oh
That's
jeez.
it. I quit.
That's it. He's out. You blew it. All right. Yeah. So there's anything else that you maybe want to predict? Or are we good with that? Anything else you want to talk
what
about
about
when it
the,
comes to predictions?
The bottom seed left. Who's gonna grab that last seed in each division right now? Who do you think's gonna come back?
So the West, that you think Dallas, LA?
It's pretty much gonna be between
Yeah.
at this point in time St. Louis, Vancouver, and San Jose. So which one of those
Yeah.
3 teams do you think is gonna grab that last spot?
Looking at the standings, I mean, I wouldn't go against San Jose just because you guys have you have a 7-point lead on St. Louis.
But if we go
No,
0-7-1
I mean-
again,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
which
Uh,
that's possible, but I mean,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
At
your
this point,
team
I
just
was-
mixed up a few players. Like you just did like 2 or 3 trades, no? I think you just
Yeah, we
need to-
did have some trades, yeah.
Yeah, I think you just need to find your footing, but because you had a solid start and you kept all your main players for the most part, and it's just, you got like
yeah,
probably the best D combo in the league, I would say, right? Society.
Maybe.
And,
Yeah, well, we're moving Hams up front,
And
so
Hams,
we're trying new
yeah.
things still. See how this goes. But yeah,
well,
I have
he
I
played a
still
lot
have
of
hope in
center
my
in
team,
Phoenix,
so
didn't
not
he?
worried.
Play a lot of center in Phoenix.
that's the thing about Hams.
Yeah, he
can
was a
really
top
play anywhere
center.
except net.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
so
might work
Give it a
out for
shot,
you
see what
guys. You
happens.
move him up to center.
Yeah, so I'd say.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
St. Louis
Jose.
has been playing good.
What's that? St. Louis?
Vancouver's been doing well after the trades. St. Louis is doing well after changing some things up too. So
Yeah.
we're not just twiddling our thumbs here. We're going to be up against some good teams. So let's keep pressing. And for the East, we're looking at Florida, Pittsburgh, Columbus.
I don't know.
What do you think, Hootnator? That's your division there, your conference.
Yeah, what do you think?
Like I said, man, it really all just depends on how well we can finish. We always have a really good week and we have a really bad week. Last week we had a bad week, had some really close games that we let slip through our fingers. But if we can just put a consistent week or two together, I think we'll put up enough points that we could make a nice spread and just hold on to that 3rd spot at least. I don't know if we can catch Toronto or Ottawa.
Yeah.
Assuming that they
It's always
continue
exciting
to win,
when-
it's going to be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting when it comes down to the last week or even the last game. We've had that happen before in seasons, and it's some
Mhm.
really intense
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
So
Tell
We
you,
got
let's hope
that's
knocked.
it
how
We got
ends up
our
really
knocked.
good.
international season came with Canada. That's how it was. We had to win. We played the team we were tied in points with,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Poland, if I'm not mistaken, and we
Right.
had to beat
That
them
was on
both
Poland.
games to win, and
Yes.
we did. It was a really awesome game. Also,
Well,
same
that's
Yeah.
night that I had to leave and go to the hospital, but
right.
we did
That's
okay.
Yeah.
that's when you had your incident, right? You had your incident where you had
Yeah.
to go. Like, man was like, "Well, we had to we had to go to the hospital." Like, what? In the middle of
Yeah.
the second, before the second game, we're like, "What happened before the second game?" But yeah,
Jesus.
a little too much stress for Hoot, and that final
Yeah,
final
it's
game.
been crazy.
Yeah, but you guys knocked us out, so that's I don't like you. I hate you for that. So, um, no,
Get off the show.
It was good games, though.
yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
like
and I,
either way. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You
actually
won't be
supposed
you
to
won't be
play
invited
wing in the
back.
first game, but I told Manhandled not to put me out because I was like, we got to win these games.
Right. Yeah, you guys did knocked us out. I mean, I don't see I don't know. We're in Pittsburgh. We're so inconsistent. I just feel like we had a pretty good week this week, but it just it's
Yeah.
not. I don't think we're going to be able to do it enough to catch up. I mean, we're only 7 points behind Florida, but
Yeah.
I
One
don't
good
know.
week.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
I know we
It
played
could
New
happen
York
because
4 times this week, so that's gonna be tough. We played New York
Only
four
half the
times.
season has gone by, so anything
Yeah,
can
and
happen.
yeah, and the schedule as their schedule winds down, it's going to be more conference and division games within,
Yeah.
it's going to be more within the conference and more within the division as the schedule gets closer to the end. That's what's going to happen. That's how we made it purposely try to make it that way so that when you get to those games that really matter,
Yeah,
it's near
makes
the end of
sense.
the season. So hopefully that'll
Mhm.
add some excitement. All right, anything else you guys want to
looking
talk about
forward
with
to
the
that.
prediction section?
Yeah, let's
We
move
can move
on.
on to
I
the.
think we're good.
All right, member questions. So we talked about the most needed change for NHL 21. Anyone want to take this one? Who wants to
I think this was Vitamin,
jump
right,
in?
that asked this one? One of Vitamin's
Yes,
questions?
that's right. It was. Let me go back. Yeah, I believe it was. That was Vitamin's question in the forum. Yeah, he specifically asked, "What is the most important change that EA needs to make for NHL 21?" Anyone? Jump right in.
Ugh, so
Where do
many.
we start?
Yeah, what is
But
Where do we begin?
I think
Yeah,
we
well,
still got to
my
stick
two
to
biggest
goaltenders, right?
My two biggest,
Let's do the
I got to have two in this. It's got to be the goalies.
Go
They
ahead.
got to bring back the 19 power. And then,
Yeah.
personally speaking, they got to get rid of all these cut scenes. It just makes the games take
Oh
so
my
long. I
God.
mean, we start on time,
I
and
know.
we'd be lucky to finish like 10 minutes after, 11 or 10 o'clock, depending on where you live. I mean, it takes
Yeah, why do you
so
have to
long
watch these
go through all this.
cutscenes of the concession stands that are empty?
Yeah.
Why do we have to
Yeah.
look at that?
Who thought this was a good idea? Who
Yeah.
thought that was a good idea? Like seriously, I
I
want to
know.
find that person and say what were you thinking when you put this in the game? Like, who
You
gives a
can't
shit
even
about
skip them.
this
Play
stuff?
of the period.
Well, you guys don't like the
It's
hell
so
out of
annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
would
love
be
the
down with
helicopter.
play of the game. Play of the game would be cool, but play of the period, and it's in slow motion, so it's like a 15-second long video.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you said, I think goalies is my number one concern because the majority of the league shouldn't be under 800 save percentage.
hmm
This makes all the games like high scoring. It's like there's no goaltender in there at all.
Yeah.
And it's hard enough to find goalies that guys that want to play goalie. It just doesn't help the cause because guys say, "Oh, it's just too damn hard." It's
Yeah.
so unforgiving. Why do I want to play net? And we always have a hard time, getting goalies on rosters. So that's another thing too. You know, I wish they would get rid of the outdoor rinks. I want to be able to hop in with, play drop-ins with not my guy in his camouflage pants and his mask and,
at least
I
have the
wish they would just
option.
bring back, yeah, like just have, I want that option to play with my guy in his NHL, his NHL gear, not in the other crap. Not that that's a huge
Yeah.
thing, but I wouldn't mind bringing that back.
And I don't know if it's
To me,
psychological
this.
or if it's real, but
Yep.
whenever I play drop-ins, on the bullshit rinks, I feel like my
Yeah.
guy skates differently, reacts differently.
Yes.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
they
I
skate
agree.
faster.
Definitely,
I feel
everything
it,
is
yep,
different. It's much easier to
Yeah.
score and drop ins and everything. Everything's
think-
different.
Which is dumb. Like if
Yeah,
you
I
want to
agree with
like test
Krim.
out a new build and you want to play a drop-in
Oh,
then it doesn't react the same when you play
Oh yeah.
in club. It's
Oh yeah.
stupid.
I'm a great right wing and drop in, but you put me in a game where people know what they're doing. No, hell no.
so yeah, who thought that was a good idea too? I just don't understand their thinking. I mean, I guess it's the audience I guess it's the audience they're trying to attract.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
you think about
just,
it, the casuals play drop-ins, right? Hardcore people
hmm
play club, so
Right.
casuals want to score goals, easily, so they kind of change the settings around a bit.
But even
But
clubs that
still,
way though,
yeah,
Krim. But even clubs that way, it's easy to score. I mean, who's saying the goalies aren't quick enough to react to some of those, plays
yeah,
that guys, can do. So,
You're definitely
I
at a
mean,
disadvantage.
this, yeah, I mean, there's so much that I feel like they need to change, and who knows? I don't know. I don't get my hopes
yeah.
up. It's geared towards the offense. It's geared towards the e-gaming. It was a thing that I think Bautista put in. I was talking to him one time about it. It's just a way to. It's all about presentation. So when somebody's watching whatever the World Championships on TV, it looks great. It just looks great. Guys scoring
Hmm.
goals and the flashy replays and just everything about it. And it's sad because guys like us just want a good hockey game,
Right.
not a flashy piece of crap that's all about scoring goals and scoring goals.
Exactly.
Shiny
What is
turds.
it? You can't polish a turd or something like that. Is that the saying, right? You can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? I
Well, you
don't
can
know.
sure try, right?
Yeah, you can try. Let us know how that works out for you. Go polish a turd. Um, anything else you guys need to talk about with NHL 20? Any other change you would like to see? Anyone?
No, I mean the
Bueller?
most needed, I think,
Personally,
Yeah.
is
I
definitely
would
the
like
goalie
them to
fix.
add game atmospheres. I don't know how they would do it, but
Meaning what?
like for league play, for example, like when you're in the playoffs, I want the stadium to
Hmm
act like everybody's in the playoffs with the towels and stuff. That would just, I think it would be neat.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to implement that, but it
That'd
would
be
be
cool.
neat.
You mean
Could be like a
in
setting under
ESHL? You mean like
when
when we
you do
do our
private
league stuff?
matches.
Yes.
You need
Well,
to play.
like
Oh,
you know how
okay.
you have your goal score, your goal horn. It sounds a
Hmm
certain.
Hmm.
You have to get like certain unlocks. I mean, they could make it
Right.
like that, to where it's like the crowd noise or something like that.
hmm
They even have the option for your playoff beard for the offline mode where it grows throughout the
Oh
playoffs.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this stuff that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Man, we should make a game. We're gonna make a game. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Chill Town, you start
Yeah.
programming now. You have 10
Uh,
years.
Yeah, let's go, chill. Get on this. God damn
Where's that EHL for dummies? Where is this? I can't find it.
it.
Well, that's in Vancouver
You're playing it.
headquarters.
You're playing
Oh,
it.
I am
You're
playing
Yeah.
it.
the game right
Oh,
now.
they already made it.
dummies.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So, and then the other question from the members. I think this is a Bautista question, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Your favorite player to play with?
Hmm.
This is not an easy
Mhm.
one. So, Krim, I'll put you on the spot. Who's your favorite player to play with? And you can't say me, so you have to pick somebody else.
Yeah, of course. That you were right on top of my list.
I knew it. So, if you
I
had to
played a
pick
lot of
one
seasons.
player,
Yeah, I played a lot of seasons. I played a lot of people. There's a bunch of people I still haven't even played with, but someone I enjoyed playing with is actually Levins.
hmm
It's great to have that center who's very defensive but also knows how to create in the middle. It helps open up space. Playing with him, even though we had like a losing season in Vegas, it was just a great experience, and he's a good guy in the party too, which makes the game more enjoyable regardless of the score.
hmm Okay. Chill.
Man, there's a few, but if I had to pick one, probably just because
I
it's
know who
fresh
it
in my
is.
mind, it would
Crimson
be.
Fire.
Chemical dependent guy.
Yeah, he was so good. No,
I'm kidding.
it's Sabers. I feel like
Yeah.
he has got the same mentality as I do in terms of
hmm
puck handling and making the right plays and trying to be safe with the puck, but also just creating you know just great opportunities. And then he's there when I need him. Like if I'm like out of position, he just pops up and he's there. I'm like, oh shit, the slot's open, and then he's there.
Look at this guy.
So it's like, God,
Yeah.
that guy, Sabers. So yeah, I'd say Sabers.
Yeah, he'd be high on my list too. I gotta pick some. I have to pick somebody else, but he'd be high on my list too. I do enjoy. He's got a really good hockey sense, and
Hmm
it's so important. And I do like playing with him. All right, who do you got there? Who? You had to pick.
Well,
So I know
seeing how
you're
as
still
everybody
new.
always makes me play goalie, and I don't know a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
It's who do
yeah.
I like to watch play the most, I'd say.
Okay,
Honestly,
that's good.
don't really know him all that well. He's on my team this season, but Burnsy, just because he's like just does
Mm-hmm.
some crazy crap. And Thamps was pretty cool
Yes.
too. I would say either one of those are really good to watch play and just kind of be on the ice with. Burnsy doesn't talk as much as Thamps, but they're fun. They're fun to watch.
All right.
All right, Dusty.
God, so oh God, I gotta pick somebody. I've been around a long time too with some of these guys. I mean, the first one that comes to my mind is McCack. Um, I kind of found him a while. I don't know what season it was. Before the season, I was playing randoms, and I was, I hopped in the game, and he was in the game, and just the way he was playing, the way he moves the puck, how responsible he is, and I asked him, you want to play in a league, and he joined up, and ever since then, he's just that kind of player. He's like kind of like a Sabres type. He's always in the right spot. He's very smart defensively as a forward. He cycles the puck. I mean, he's really, really good wherever he plays. So he's one of the guys I do enjoy playing with. I mean, there's a bunch of
Lucky
others
you found
too
him
I
too.
can mention. What's that?
So lucky you found him too, because
Yeah,
he's very important right now for the league.
Oh
So
my God,
yeah,
yeah.
keeping the site running.
He's huge. He's huge, but I do enjoy playing with him. There's other guys I like playing with too. Guys that I have a good laugh with when I'm playing. But if I would say it's probably him. That would be my choice. All right, good. So one thing we're talking about too, we're gonna give some love to the guys that like to drop the mitts. I don't know if you guys are aware. I mean, you guys probably are, but I don't know if the other members are aware. If you go to the player statistics tab on the like even on the league rosters page, anywhere you see the player statistics tab, and there's a fighting tab that you can actually see how our goons are doing. Not that we have many goons in the league, but you can see there's actual standings. There's fighting stats, and there's actual standings where fighters are given points. Now, I have to be honest. I don't know how the point system works, but
I think it's wins, losses,
you-
and draws.
is that how you get points? All right. So
I think so. Yeah.
I know there aren't a lot of fights, but we figured we'd do something different for the show. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys are there or not. If you guys do you guys have that up in front of you? Any
Yeah,
of
I
you
just
guys?
pulled it up. Yeah.
I do.
Better.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you go based on points, you got Jetty up there with 11 points. You got JoJo Watt has 9 points. Bulldog Irish has 7. S-Buck has 7. The Doctor has 7. Those are the top 5.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm surprised I saw
Three-
Jetty when I
three
saw Jetty
fights.
on there.
Surprised Doctor's not up there. Yeah, I'm surprised Jetty's up there, and I'm
Well,
surprised Doctor's
Well,
not
Doctor
first.
he's he's fifth.
It's harder to fight this
You
year,
know?
though.
Yeah, I mean the most and Jetty. Well, JoJo Watt has the most fights. He has 6 fights. He's
Mhm.
fought the most, and you got Jetty has 4, and Rip's got 3, Blind's got 3. So see, mentioning Doctor, he only has 3 fights. And it even breaks down fights per game, which is funny. You got JoJo Watt, S Buck, Doctor's third in fights per game. So he is up there. And then you got the win percentage where, well, I don't actually count once. You got Damon who has, that's hard to go by because some guys have one fight.
One
and they
fight,
have
one win.
1,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a win. So, right now, if you're basing it on points, which I was surprised you got Jetty up there on top. So you got those guys that like to fight. McCack's on there. Tony Stark's on there. Cash Schlunk's on there. Krim with six points in fights. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fighter, but I think we maybe mention some of these guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 4 points.
Guys like to drop the mitts. What's that?
I
Did you
got
got
4
points? I
points.
didn't even look.
Yeah, bottom of the second
You must
page.
have slew footed the guy, right?
I
Yeah,
don't know
you
what
must
I
have
did.
slew footed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 4 points.
1 and 1. 1 win, 1 loss.
I don't think do I have anything on here? I'm just curious. I don't think I have any on this list. I can't be. Probably like 0 and 5.
Did you fight?
I have one fight, I think.
Nope,
I got
no
knocked
fights.
out.
No fights for me.
Nope.
Let's see. Krim, did you fight at all?
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, I fought once. Well, twice actually.
twice,
One
yeah.
time I did not want to fight, so I just held for a draw. Because I had a big hit, and you know how you can initiate the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not impressed
Yeah.
with that. So
Yeah, you got
Some
I'm
two
not gonna
Sometimes
call
those
it who
are
did
shit.
it, but it rhymes with Mevins, and
You
he
mean your
knows how I feel about that.
You mean your favorite buddy to play with?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a great
really?
buddy to play
God.
with, not against.
Yeah, right. So if you get to the other team, that'd be okay. That was with the team that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
if it was on Crimson,
exactly.
it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any fights yet. Chill, you got 2 fights. Who? What about you? I didn't see. Where are you in here? You in anywhere? Let's see. It's Hootinator.
I have
Hootinator's
one
goalie
fight, and
played
I
with-
got
Yeah, you
knocked
have one
out.
fight. Yeah,
Nice.
you lost. Yeah, you got you 1-0. You got that. You got one loss.
There you go.
All right, so that's
I don't
that's
even
just
remember
a little
who
bit
I
of breakdown.
fought, but it just another goalie came at me. I had to go get him.
Gotta drop the gloves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so those are some of the guys. I'm surprised who's not on there though. I don't see OSB on there, right? Am I missing something? I don't see him.
Man, like I said, it's harder to
usually
fight
got-
this year. Unless you're fighting off
Yeah.
the face-offs, you can't get much fights otherwise.
He's usually a guy
If
you
the
might
games are
see up there,
close.
but yeah. Well, he's got
He's
got
got
one fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a draw. He's a guy I'm surprised I don't see up there on that list. Yeah. All right, so that's really the guys. We give some love to the guys that like to drop the mitts. Not that there are a lot of fights, but like Krim said. Okay, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about in this discussion? I mean, I mentioned that one thing there on the list, but I don't know if you guys want to talk about that.
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny when I found that.
probably wrap it up. We're at 40, over 46 minutes here, so.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I guess we'll end it there then with that little discussion about the fightings. Unless anything else you guys want to point out before we say goodnight. Anything else? Are we good to go?
Good to go.
We're okay.
Okay. All right. So I want to thank Hootinator for coming on. I want to thank Marie Mike, and I want to thank Krim, and I want to thank Chill.
Yes, sir.
I also want to give a thanks to the media guys, Jetty, Close, Vitamin, and Roscoe, who do that stuff for the league, which is really, really good. And I just want to say good luck to everyone this week as we get closer to the playoffs. And that's it.
Have a good week, guys.
Good luck, everyone.